that got swollen too.
Oh
It
shit!
got inflamed. They say that it's probably connected with everything.
I don't know. I've been told there's gotta be something else or someone there for me. I don't know. I've been told there's gotta be something else or someone there for me.
And now we are unmuted. Son of a. All right. So either way, it's
Dude, it's
working.
been a while. It's
Do it
been
a
a
third
while
time?
we've done
We
this.
do
Yeah,
this a third
It's been a
time?
while.
Yeah, it's been a while. No, it's up now. Hold on. Let me bring it up so you guys can see what I'm seeing. Okay, so we're up. Welcome to the Mickey G channel.
Where's the applause?
Hell yeah.
Where's the applause?
Hell yeah.
Where's the applause?
Hell yeah, give it up. Give it up. All right, we have none other than our good friend Andrew Garcia in the studio. Give it up for Andrew.
Where do I look when I'm talking? Do I look at
It's
you or
that
do I
camera
look
over
at-
there. Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. There you go. Perfect.
So that's perfect right there. Yeah. As much as I thought I had everything ready, I don't even have my freaking.
We don't even have anything ready for the show.
Yeah,
Nothing.
things aren't going well. All right, let me get my sound effects up because I have to do them separately. I can't do it through here. And don't worry, soon we'll have everything we need, and it'll all be professional as it.
Oh yeah! Don't forget to go and donate now for the Mickey G podcast.
Yeah. All right. So one more time, give it up for us. Thank you.
Still nothing.
Oh, there it is.
There they are. There they are.
All right, I
They're
said
awake.
give it up one more time for us. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We appreciate all the love. This is the Mickey. Oh, what the heck? All right, there they are. The Mickey G channel. With myself, Mickey G, and my co-host, JB the God Killer. Thank you all so much. We have a great show for you guys. We're tragic news for the King of the Hill fan base. Also, we find out that one of these trans athletes is very hung as hell. We get an update on Mark Zuckerberg versus Elon Musk. McAllen, law teacher, was arrested for a sexual relationship with the student.
Yeah.
Also, a lot of dead baby news. As of recently, there was a baby decapitated in a Georgia hospital while being delivered. And in New Mexico, there was a baby found in a dumpster. Also, we're going to go through some aliens exist material from, I don't know, some government hearing, something like that, right?
Yeah, it was a congressional hearing.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. And also the Sound of Freedom, some controversy from one of their donors. And all of this and more on the Mickey G channel.
All
Thank
of that
you.
sounds cool except the dead babies. I don't know if we should.
Hey, it's news. We got it. It's so important to what's going on right now. Is that true? Right? That's true.
Yeah.
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 there you go. Okay,
Yeah. You're not wrong.
All right, give it up for dead babies.
There's a plot twist. It's all tied in with the alien stuff.
It's got to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's related. Yeah. Actually, I forgot. I was going to tell you to adjust Andrew's camera, and I didn't do that. Do you want to do that right now? Or are you okay with it? Are you
That's
happy?
fine.
Hey, okay, let me show Andrew. See if he's happy with this. Say hi to the camera, Andrew.
Just point. There you go.
All right. Just making sure. I just want you to feel comfortable.
He
with
looks.
it.
He looks like chilling in that angle.
Yeah, I
That's a chilling
want you to feel comfortable with how you're being presented. Okay, that's all it is. Okay, so on to our first story. One of my favorite TV shows, King of the Hill, actor Johnny Hardwick, dead at age 64. He played Del Gribble on the show, and so here we go.
That makes a lot of sense. A lot of nonsense.
King of the Hill star Johnny Hardwick has died. ET has confirmed the actor was pronounced dead on Tuesday at his home in Texas, where police discovered Hardwick's body while performing a welfare check. No details about his cause of death have been revealed, but law enforcement confirms there were no signs of foul play. Hardwick was 64 years old.
I know what's wrong with it. It's a Ford. You know what they say Ford stands for, don't you? It stands for fix it again, Tony.
You're thinking of a Fiat, Dale.
Again.
That's what makes the show
Hardwick
so
was
great.
best known as the voice behind Dale Gribble, playing Hank Hill's conspiracy-obsessed friend and neighbor across the animated comedy's 13 seasons.
Computers don't make errors. What they do on purpose. By now, your name and particulars have been fed into every laptop, desktop, mainframe, and supermarket scanner that collectively make up the global information conspiracy, otherwise known as the Beast.
The comedian was also a writer on the show for a time after it premiered in 1997, and his real-life appearance inspiring his character's trademark look.
See? The level of detail is magnificent.
While the series ended in 2013, Hulu announced in January that a reboot was in the works, with Hardwick returning to the fan-favorite role alongside fellow cast members Kathy Najimy, Stephen Root, Pamela Adlon, and Mike Judge, who voiced Hank and co-created the Emmy-winning series.
Pocket sand.
It's unknown if Hardwick completed any work on the revival before he died.
Dale Gribble? Maybe. Who's asking?
Can I just say that selfishly, I'm a little glad that they're not going to go through with the reboot.
Oh, they're not?
I don't know, but I'm hoping this puts a big nail in the.
Right, because it's like, you know what? Like, let's just keep the classic King of the Hill. I don't want no new bullshit ruining the show.
No, I mean, like, because he's dead, they can't do.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, what do they do now
Without his voice.
someone as like
I'm totally happy.
They can find somebody else that does the same voice, you know.
That doesn't even sound.
It doesn't. Obviously, I wouldn't get the job, but somebody out there, like, you know, there's somebody out there that can mimic that voice
gonna be
enough to do the show.
Yeah, I'd be sure about that, but I just hope like my own
That it
personal.
does it.
Yeah,
it's kind of like a Futurama right now. They just got their reboot through Hulu also, and all of the original cast members came back. But have you seen any of them?
No.
So
oh, they're already out.
they're already starting to come out.
Okay.
They're releasing them one by one, but
Right.
it's cool. All the original voice actors are there, but Billy West is like so old now that you can hear in his voice, like he doesn't have the same delivery. So when he's talking as Fry, it's very, just like this and without emphasis.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's kind of monotonous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing that sucks about it. But they've been pretty funny.
Yeah.
They got real meta with it in the first one.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm happy to hear that. That's honestly, I could only imagine being bummed out by a reboot of King of the Hill because they said they were going to try to make them older.
Yeah.
And that's just nobody wants to see cartoons getting older. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to see life pass by in the cartoon world.
Yeah.
It's only depressing.
I want to
That's
stay in my
life?
happy fantasy
Exactly.
world when I'm watching it. Yeah.
Exactly.
But that's part of life, though.
Yeah, I know, but that's why it's a cartoon.
We
dude.
watch TV to escape life. You know?
But it's a reflection of life.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the best parts of it, not the most depressing, JB. Damn
Have
you.
you seen King of the Hill?
Oh, that's true, actually.
It's most of it's depressing.
I stand corrected. It's not depressing. It's just dark.
It's supposed to be like ironically depressing.
yeah.
But I love it.
I just, man, what I love most about King of the Hill is that every episode, you'll notice this, every episode where the main storyline is Peggy Hill, she cries in it. Every episode where her like she's the main storyline, she ends up crying at some point.
Yeah.
I felt so bad for Peggy, dude. Like that's just part of it.
I'm one of those people that hates her.
Dude.
Like when one of the most satisfying things though is when she pretends like she's really good at Spanish, and she accidentally kidnaps the Mexican girl. And then she has to end up saying like, okay, like I don't know
I
Spanish.
don't know
Yeah.
Spanish.
La vomitando, la diarrhea. Everything's just law before whatever she's saying. That's awesome.
I felt for her though. Like, you know,
I love it. Within the King of the Hill fandom, there's the people who just hate Peggy. And there's like a consensus, like to where, okay, you can choose your favorite character, but you can't choose Bobby. Because everybody's favorite character is Bobby. Yeah.
because everybody in a way was Bobby. You know, like at some point.
He was just the sweet, you know what I mean? He was
Innocent,
he was the sweet, innocent part of it. So people,
But
everyone
no,
loves him.
but Bobby was still like, you know, he knew what's up still.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like, he wasn't dumb. Like, but just growing up, you know, going through his experiences and
Yeah, and I guess in a way it's kind of relatable that like he's the disappointment of a son. You know what I mean? Like everyone can relate to like being a disappointment to their father by just being themselves. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because there was nothing wrong with Bobby. Like
Right.
he was just himself.
He was just
it,
growing up.
and it wasn't, like up to his father's like, Yeah. Yes.
Well, but then you look at Hank's father too, like his
That's
you know
true.
what I mean?
Dude, that's what makes the show so beautiful, dude. Is like they do such a good job of like communicating that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you're like, oh, that's why Hank is the way he is, and that's why he is the way he is with Bobby. Like, you
Yeah.
know, like that dynamic. He's
Yeah.
not as intense, but he's still like trying to lead him, you know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's so good.
Yeah. And do you know what? Dale played a pivotal part in like my favorite episode, which is the one where Bobby has the raccoon as the pet, and Dale thinks that he got rabies. So then like literally at the end of the episode, he knocks like he goes into the jungle and starts acting all crazy. And so when Hank goes to look for his dog, he kicks Hank in the head and knocks him out. Like just straight up knocks him out to where in the scene Hank is on the ground past. That's insane. Yeah. All right. Well, rest in peace, buddy.
R.I.P.
Yeah, rest in peace. All right, next up, Leah Thomas is well known as a trans swimmer, trans athlete. And
Wait, which one's Leah Thomas?
which one do you think, JB?
Is it the same person?
No, that's not the same person. These are two totally different people. Okay, so the one on the left is Leah Thomas, trans swimmer. The one on the right is Riley Gaines, which is just one of her female cohorts. One of her female. It's a female. She's a female swimmer as well. And so the headline is trans swimmer Leah Thomas is so well endowed, I had to refrain from looking, says rival Riley Gaines. Transgender swimmer Leah Thomas has become the center of controversy within women's sports. During a meet, female swimmer Riley Gaines allegedly shared a locker room with Thomas and admitted to refraining from looking at Thomas due to her size. Gaines described Thomas' endowment as being in proportion to the frame of a 6'4" male.
She should know.
What the hell, dude? She ain't no virgin, dude. We know that. All of
But
those.
6'4" specifically.
I'm telling you, dude. Female athletes, they just they have testosterone in them that just not all women have, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't know. Do you know anything about that? Or what?
No, I do not. No,
All
I
right.
do not.
All right, yeah. The cis female swimmer has been vocal with their belief that competing alongside Thomas was unfair and made her feel uncomfortable in the locker room, even alleging that some swimmers to undress in janitor's closet to avoid Thomas. And let's see. Oh, yeah. In a recent podcast with Bill Maher, Gaines declined to estimate the size of Thomas's endowment. When pressed by the host, Gaines eventually stated that it was in proportion to that of a 6'4" male. Let's see. What was another one? Yeah. And it also, she goes into detail about like how Leah Thomas is very open about just walking around naked in the locker room. With her huge dong just waving, wagging around.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what she said. Yeah. I don't yeah.
Did the person being talked about, did they have a response to this?
Leah Thomas?
Yeah.
Yeah. She said, thank you.
You try to think of something.
Yeah, Leah Thomas said thank you.
It's not that big.
Wait, but that's wild. So,
Whoa, what's so wild about that?
I mean,
What?
let's just say I said I was a girl, you know?
Yeah.
No, yeah, same thing.
I could walk in there with my wang.
You'd have to
out.
Yeah.
you'd have to truly believe you're a woman though.
Yeah. Or you could just
How do you do
believe you're a woman. You don't have to truly believe.
No, you have to truly believe you're a woman if you're walking around with swimming
But
women
who's-
in the locker room.
Who decides what I truly believe?
You
do.
What, exactly. So if I just say I truly believe,
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a difference between just saying, "Oh yeah, I'm a woman," but then
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Who
being like,
who
"No,
gets the
I'm
judge on
a
that?
woman." You know what I mean?
Yeah. So do you believe you're a woman or not?
I'm just saying. Let's play devil's advocate here.
Yeah.
Who did? What if I said,
Well,
yeah, I believe it?
Then yeah, congratulations, you're a woman.
I guess you're talking more about like the school or whoever's in charge of the team, because they had to allow it. If she was making girls uncomfortable, I wouldn't doubt that there was some sort of like, hey, they're letting somebody know, but then whoever's in charge of them is like, you can't really complain,
Yeah.
right?
Well, also keep in mind that Leah Thomas, even though is a transgender female, still completely attracted to other females. So
So she's straight.
yeah, yeah. So walking around naked, being attracted to the people that they're naked around, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
that's another thing too. Like,
that's a trip.
Yeah.
where do you? That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah,
who
Like-
gets to decide that? Like,
you do. Congratulations. Oh, it's
I mean, yeah, that's how it is.
I mean, inclusion, right?
yeah.
Cool, but you know, like,
Hell yeah, it's cool.
Like if that was your daughter, like how would you feel if she was like, man, I'm uncomfortable because there's this person that's claiming to be a woman, but definitely not a woman.
yeah, I
And then he'd be like, well, what do you mean? You know, like 6 foot tall, 6'4" tall male. Like,
yeah.
And then I'd be like, I still don't know what you mean, but
Yeah. All right. Well, on to our next topic. Oh, this is the wrong one. Son of a gun. All right. So, freaking. All right. Let me just. All right. Okay.
forgot to put X.
All right. So there's supposed to be a long-awaited fight between Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk, and so for the first time in a long time, we actually have an update on the status of the fight. And let me get this. Let me get this this clip up first because I just saw this
Okay.
and so I thought like, oh, badass. It's gonna happen.
There's
This was before
always
any of the
somebody
news
to
came
fight.
out. So hold on.
This is the shit that they used to say to me back in the day in the UFC. There's nobody to kind of see some new up and coming talent. We have so much stuff in the pipeline.
Where's it at?
Yeah,
Whose
we got
pipeline,
some big
Dave?
news coming up here. Figure all those details out after we figure out where we're doing it. And
Yeah, I mean, recently you guys announced that Meta and the UFC ventured into a partnership, in the metaverse with Horizon World. Do you see this as being a business line for you guys to potentially do virtual meet and greets with fighters?
form. We have almost 1 billion views
Where
in
is it?
China. When I say, like we were just saying, we have a lot of big announcements. To be a UFC fan, Nevada and 13 other states. I don't know how long it's. I mean, if you look at what we've done in 6 months, I don't know. I mean, listen. There's some people that like that. Some people. Jules Scott, 180 days.
5, which people may say, how proud of you were like security tonight that really
Morning. It's,
Maybe it
What
was
is
this
this crap?
I
video.
love this man. It's
I know it's this video, damn it.
you think just Nate?
Yeah,
Oh, I agree. Well,
in the back talking to Nate.
No.
here, hold on.
For us, or
Huh?
have you got an idea of when you'd like to do it?
Working on it.
Wait, hold on.
richest, most powerful guys in the world.
Oh, there it is. All right, there.
There it is.
That was quick.
There you go.
Last one from me. Is Elon Musk ducking Zuckerberg?
Is Elon Musk
Ducking Mark Zuckerberg?
ducking?
Yeah.
No. You're talking about two of the richest, most powerful guys in the world. You're talking about a couple of eccentric billionaires, okay? Now, if you look at what it takes to put together a fight between two professional fighters who do it for a living, you know what I mean? You got it going. No, nobody's ducking anybody.
Still on the cards? Still think it could happen?
So I literally talked to Elon yesterday, and I was with Zuckerberg 2 days ago. Yes.
All right. So that was the last. I heard that a few days ago, and I was thinking, okay, well, it's still, it still sounds promising.
Just
It
answer
still
the
sounds
damn
like,
question, Dana.
It still sounds like it's gonna. It's because they're asking him for details, and he doesn't have any
He
details.
doesn't want to give details.
I don't see any way that Elon Musk wins.
No.
Really?
I don't think so.
What
does
if
he do?
Elon-
Does he train? Does
What
he do
if
anything?
what if
Okay.
Elon's all technical?
I have something to say about that, but hold on. Oh yeah. Okay. So here's the biggest problem that that Elon Musk mentioned. He tweeted, "The fight will be managed by my and Zuck's foundation, not the UFC. Live stream will be on this platform and Meta. Everything in camera frame will be ancient Rome, so nothing modern at all. I spoke to the Prime Minister of Italy and Minister of Culture. They have agreed on an epic location."
Are they gonna fight at the Coliseum?
Coliseum.
He straight up wants to fight in the Coliseum.
Oh my god!
Everything done will pay respect to the past and present of Italy. All the proceeds go to veterans.
What veterans?
Which ones?
Italian army?
Mussolini's veterans.
What are we honoring here, dude? The fallen Roman warriors, like the gladiators, like
Which
No, I mean Italy was part of the.
inside in World War II.
Yeah, that's
Hurrah, America!
Yeah, so like everything, and that's what it's so like. It's so over the top that I don't know if he's serious. I would imagine he's because he has this like very imaginative. You know what I mean? Like, with everything.
Or he's just being sarcastic as fuck.
That's what. Well,
He
That's
is a really good troll.
that's
He is, dude. That's why.
that's what I'm tweet.
You're alluding to.
He gets off on being a shithead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So he just.
That's why I'm Team Elon.
Okay. Let me see if I can find his
I
recent.
hope he wins, but you seen what the Zuck fuck can do?
Yeah.
He does when he's punching though. He does look very stiff. But
Yeah, he trains. The goals could be expanded.
He's gonna punch Elon, and his hand's just gonna give like.
Where the heck is? All right, let me filter this because. Yeah, because. Past 24 hours. Announces cage fight, but Zuck calls.
BS.
Yeah, let me see the post. I saw a post, but long story short,
Is that him? That's him, right
oh nice. Hey, check this out.
that's
Yeah.
Musk.
there.
No, that's Zuck.
Zuckerberg.
That's Zuck training. He's on top. Hell yeah. Hump his
I
ass.
feel like I could take on Zuck.
Oh yeah. Okay, here you go. So here's the biggest problem. Zuckerberg did hint at some kind of fighting event in the future. However, whether or not Musk is involved, not holding my breath for Elon, but I'll share details on my next fight when I'm. Oh shoot! Wow, he's straight up talking like a competitor. He said on Friday, "When I compete, I want to do it in a way that puts a spotlight on the elite athletes at the top of the game. You do that by working with professional orgs like the UFC or ONE to pull this off well and create a great card." So this is already like going in a bad direction to where Musk absolutely does not want the UFC involved, and Zuckerberg only wants the UFC involved.
Yeah. But why? Okay, here's the thing. Does Musk not want them involved because he wants like all those proceeds and everything, all the rights to everything to himself? You know what I mean? Is that what it is? Or is he trying to include some different types of fighting?
Oh,
What if he tried to do some actual like night shit? You know what I mean?
yeah.
That does exist. There are people that put on armor and still go to battle with each other.
That's true, but I think at that level, I think him and Zuckerberg will be way
But
on
to
different pages at that point. Like,
To
dude,
the death.
dude, I want to fight you in an MMA fight.
Yeah.
Dude. I don't want to fight you with weapons.
No, dude, put on the gladiator outfit, Thornton. that I
Yeah.
Or
got
what
you.
if Musk just wants to box? What if that's a thing too?
But he never said. I don't think so. I don't think he'd go the boxing route.
They both do jiu-jitsu, right? Like they both train.
Okay, here's what I was gonna say: is that I did not think that Musk, I don't know, that had it in him, but apparently he said that he used to get into a lot of fights in Africa, and
Yeah.
he lived in Africa, right? Where did he live? Lived in some
Yeah.
country. I don't know.
No, I think it was Africa.
Yeah.
That's where
And
his family's from.
and the guy from TMZ said he read his book and he believes him 100%. That apparently he has like not a shady past, but like a rough past.
Yeah.
And I saw some pictures that I think it was Lex Friedman put of him grappling with Musk, and you could just tell, dude, that he's using a lot of strength. That, like, you know,
Musk is.
Yeah.
and you could, because he said that he's done jiu-jitsu, but he's done a lot of judo.
Yeah.
And you could tell that he's doing a straight up like judo throw.
Yeah.
And you could tell that, I don't know, just from those
Like
little.
legit. Like it didn't look like something he learned.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Clips.
Yeah, it's not a video, it's just pictures. But from those pictures, I could tell that he's like
Yeah.
going at it. You know what I mean?
He's got some sort of basic technique.
He's got that thick boy strength. You know,
That's
when
why
there's
I
just
do-
like a tree trunk and
And do you know? And GSP said the same thing. GSP said he's really strong.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's bring it up. But yeah, that's just, and you see, you could tell that he went for the judo thing and he's locking down an arm.
Right.
And you could tell he's using a lot of strength. You know what I mean? See, that's him throwing Lex
Oh
Friedman.
yeah.
Yeah. That's Zuckerberg choking Lex Friedman. I'm gonna be totally honest.
Who wins? I don't know, man. That's a tough one.
Look, here's what I think what I think's gonna happen. I think Elon Musk is tougher than Zuckerberg. I think he's stronger than Zuckerberg, bigger than Zuckerberg. I think this is how I imagine the fight going. I think Elon Musk can kick Zuckerberg's ass, but I just think he doesn't train. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's only a matter
'Cause
of
he doesn't have to.
it's only a matter of how long he can kick Zuckerberg's ass before he gets tired. And
Tired.
Zuckerberg's able to.
Yeah.
That's exactly how I imagined it going.
I didn't think Elon Musk did anything.
Anything,
You know?
yeah.
I had no fucking idea, but
That's how good he keeps it on the down low, though. Like, there's not.
I don't know. Apparently, it's in a book somewhere.
No, but that's from his past, though. Like, but to
Yeah.
say maybe he does train nowadays, but you just don't know about it because he's not putting it out there.
I'm gonna be
Zuckerberg will put it out there.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think he trains at all right now, dude.
No,
I don't think so.
he's kind of busy with other stuff too.
I think he's
Kinda
so
busy,
damn
I think.
busy.
He's super busy.
I think at one point in time, like he trained, quite a bit when he was younger.
Yeah.
And then throughout the years, it was
Just
just like
stays
off
with you.
and on. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Not really like anything serious.
But I mean, he's rich enough to be like, you know what? I'm just gonna hire a professional and
Even his answer
You know.
too, I didn't like where he was going with it because he was saying that, I'm so busy that I just bring weights to work and I've just been lifting weights.
so that okay. So then he's lifting.
But he's been lifting weights. What the hell does that? have
He's
to
like,
do with
that's
anything?
all I need.
You can't just lift weights to get in a fight, dude.
He's just gonna pick up Zuckerberg and fucking throw him to the
that's
ground,
true,
dude.
He is a lot beefier than. How much weight do you think he's got on him?
At least 30 pounds.
That's the thing
I
too.
was
If
gonna say
they
even
fight,
more,
what-
dude. I think
what-
he's like 50 pounds at least.
That's the
I'm
thing too.
going
Like,
low.
what weight class are they gonna do? It's got to be some kind of catch weight.
I think that's the biggest issue, dude. Is I don't think they're anywhere near.
That's
his
why
weight.
they're coming up with these different excuses.
Let's see. Let's check and see how tall Elon Musk is.
Look up their UFC.
Because maybe
character.
even though Elon Musk is way bigger, that he might
Maybe
be
he's just
shorter.
way Shorter. I think he is, isn't he? He's not that tall of a guy, is he?
Well, how tall is
He's 6'1".
6'1"?
He's taller than everyone in this room.
unless Zuckerberg's like
He walks
like
in.
7 feet tall.
Zuckerberg 6'1.5".
Shorter too.
Oh
5'7".
shit! He's shorter than everyone in this room. Oh, dude.
Dude, there's no way they could
Well,
come
let's
to
look at the
Dude,
weight. Let's look at the
dude.
weight.
I could definitely
How did-
take on Zuckerberg.
Dude, how does anybody know how much they weigh, dude? There's no way.
I
Let's
bet
see.
you.
Well,
dude.
technically,
I
if he's
fucking bet
5'7",
you.
he should be like at 155.
That's for the Facebook. He just
155.
and reportedly weighs around 150.
That makes sense.
Do you
Yeah.
think Elon Musk
Nah,
weighs?
Elon's like 200.
Yeah. Elon looks like
shit, what am I
220
doing?
or some shit.
Elon Musk weight.
Oh,
Oh, look, here's the tail of
187.
tape. There's no way he's 187. Dude. I mean,
Dude, he's a lot older too. Look,
dude, for
52.
6'1", 6'2", if you weigh 187, you're like fit and in shape.
Yeah.
Elon Musk says he's 300 pounds. Cage match becomes a long fight. Zuck will win on endurance. Oh, wait, hey, look.
That's
there it
exactly
is.
what you're saying. Yeah.
Dude, he's going to prepare for this.
Yeah, I guess so.
There's no way he guesses out now.
He weighs See, I believe that he's 300 pounds. He wants the world to know he weighs at least 300. It's unclear how much Musk actually weighs or if this fight is even going to happen. Yeah.
You seen the pictures of him with his shirt off, like when he's at the
Yeah,
beach and
from
shit,
the
right?
beach,
Yeah.
yeah.
He looks like a beefy, like 220, 230 pounds.
That's what I'm not going to lie, dude. After seeing this, I don't think they're going to fight.
Nah,
I'm like convinced they're not going to fight at
There's
all.
no way. Like, it makes no sense.
Yeah.
like-
There's no way.
It makes no sense. And then especially if one's like, no, I want the UFC, and the other guy's like, no, I want my shit.
I think if they did do some like BS, like no weight class thing, then I changed my mind. I think Elon Musk wins.
Yeah, yeah.
He's too much bigger.
I completely changed. I didn't know there. I thought Elon was the smaller guy. I had no idea Elon was that big.
He's an alien,
Zuckerberg
dude.
5'7".
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Shit.
That's insane.
See, but looking at Zuckerberg, you could tell, like, yeah, that guy's not that
You
tall.
could tell he's scrawny, but
Yeah.
I thought he was like taller than me.
I thought he was 6'1", dude. I thought he was
Yeah.
like 6'1",
You
something
thought
like that.
Zuckerberg was 6'1" and
Yeah.
Elon.
I thought it was flipped. Honestly, I thought Elon was like 5'7".
That's
I
interesting.
honestly, I thought they might have been around the same height, but I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't know. No, because I'm like I'm on the end of like, no, you look at Elon, you can tell he's bigger than Zuckerberg. Like,
Yeah, but like body thick,
yeah,
trunk wise, you know.
yeah.
But
And then I saw those videos of Zuckerberg training
Yeah.
the Gracies or whoever it was, and I was like, oh shit, he's
Yeah.
getting some sort of legit training, you know?
Yeah, no, he's really, really training, but he just doesn't look. He's still very green. You know what I mean? He
Yeah.
doesn't have that natural. Like some people, even though they're green, they have like that tough. You know what I mean? They just
Yeah.
they
The grit.
yeah
got
they
that grit.
they move a different way. But
yeah,
He's been on
Zu-
computers for too long.
Zuckerberg, you can see. You know what I mean? That you
Yeah.
know, yeah.
Yeah.
it's not
He didn't-
natural for him.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
It just doesn't look natural.
He's never had to fight. He's never had to defend himself. You
Yeah.
know, like Elon, on the other hand, has had to. So that's why he's got that backbone, I guess you would call it.
Yeah, true that. All right.
What's next?
All right, next up we have police academy administrator charged with improper relationship between educator and student. This is a law teacher from McAllen, Texas. So the McAllen Police Department arrested assistant director of Regional Police Academy Tuesday, which was 8 days ago, after he was accused of having a sexual relationship with a high school student. Gilbert Luna, 35, of Alamo, had sex with a high school student in 2018 when he taught law at Sherryland Pioneer High School. All right. And pseudonym Miss Garcia for the 17-year-old girl. Miss Garcia stated that several of their sexual encounters were on school campus, causing fellow students to spread rumors of their involvement. Miss Garcia stated she and her friends were coached by Mr. Luna in the event that school personnel were to question the nature of the relationship. The relationship started in 2018 when Garcia was 17 years old. Garcia ended the relationship in 2020. Miss Garcia was recently made aware of Mr. Luna currently being in possession of her high school transcripts, sexually explicit videos, and photographs, according to the affidavit, and became concerned Luna had created social media accounts to keep tabs on her. Ms. Garcia stated she believes Mr. Luna will make further attempts to contact or exploit her using the videos and photographs he stored over the years. So none other than local McAllen law teacher having a sexual relationship with a... and do you know what? A 17-year-old girl for a change. It's that's bad, but...
That's illegal?
Yeah, it's bad. Illegal. Yeah.
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 He was a law teacher. Like, do you think
He was
that they
above the law.
get into this like so that they learn like how to avoid? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. I want to know how I can get away with breaking the law.
Oh,
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. But more specifically, so I
But
can,
like,
So I can date
so I can-
young
yeah,
girls.
jailbait. I wouldn't doubt that some of them think like that.
Yeah.
okay, but I'm trying to understand that.
JB doesn't see anything wrong in it.
No.
That's
The thing that it's like, okay, it's already been 5 years
Yeah.
since 2018. Just recently, she decided to
Yeah.
speak out about this.
Yeah.
Instead of speaking out about it when she should have, when she was 17 years
Guess
old.
what, JB? She matured. She was a child then.
Wow, JB.
JB, the type of dude to be like in Japan, the age limit is 13.
No,
you're
not even
sick,
that. Not even that.
I'm fucking with
Like
you,
this
JB.
little girl should have had some like fucking morals or something to know
Well, that's
that
the thing. That's
wrong.
the whole point. She was a kid in her mind, basically. Like she wasn't mature enough to know. There's a difference between knowing something and understanding something. She was mature enough to know what she was doing was wrong. She wasn't mature enough to understand.
There's a
So
difference between knowing someone and blowing someone. And
That too.
she did both.
Yeah.
Yeah, really messed up.
And then like, okay, so then 5 years later, she's finally like, oh, okay, well, this happened when I was 17.
Those
Right.
5 years can make a difference in someone's mental maturity.
Yeah, JB. You think you're the same guy you were 5 years ago or what?
No, but I'm just saying, like,
Victim blaming?
I'm just saying that, like, okay, so then how exactly did all this come to light? Like,
She came out with it, didn't she?
Yeah, because she was recently made aware of Mr. Luna currently being in possession of her high school transcripts, sexually explicit videos, and photographs. So I guess she didn't know about this before. Somehow she found out.
Dude, it's just girls being stupid, dude.
Why are you trying to blame it?
Don't do stupid shit like that. Like, why take pictures? Why take videos with, like, I don't know.
Why won't
That's
you?
his mind.
Why won't you say the same thing to the guy? Don't be stupid and date little
Dude,
girls.
No, he's going to jail where he should, right? Because he's taking advantage of these.
You think she should go to
kids.
jail too?
No, well, obviously, I hope she learned her fucking lesson. Like,
Yeah.
because apparently she had no fucking clue before.
Yeah.
Somebody should have, given her heads up, like, hey,
Got a
you
clue?
know, like, you know what I mean?
You're,
Like,
you're right. You're right.
that's just me though. Like,
Yeah, okay, yeah. So accountability on both sides, right?
yeah,
But
exactly.
the weight of accountability is a lot more on the adult.
Oh, for sure.
In this situation.
For sure, yeah. He was the one that had more responsibility,
Yeah.
right, on that end. But I'm just saying, like, where was the responsibility on the flip side of, nobody was watching out for her, nobody was looking out for her. Her friends weren't looking out for her. Like, they knew shit was going on.
Yeah.
The whole school was spreading rumors, and it was like they didn't do anything to investigate it then.
Yeah. And
You know?
And he coached them, apparently. So
Yeah.
does that mean, like, how did he get them all to stay quiet?
He probably
Just
threatened
Just tell him,
them
hey,
shit,
if anybody asks you anything, just tell them that we're friends. Or I don't
or
know.
some shit like that. Yeah,
Just tell them I'm teaching you a law.
but either way, it could
How to get away with shit.
Tell them we're talking about the annexation of Puerto Rico.
Oh no, all kids do this. Let's just go do it.
Yeah, it's fine. Just don't tell anybody. Yeah.
There was another one recently where another Valley teacher, he got Chris Hansen.
Oh, yeah?
They caught him up in Houston.
Oh, okay.
So, but he had been chatting. No, he's from here. He had been chatting
Went to Houston.
with someone, went up to Houston to meet this 13, 14-year-old, I think they said.
Yeah.
And it was a cop. Well, it was a
Wow.
sting operation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Those are becoming more popular. A lot of people are doing them.
Yeah.
Well, didn't recently too like
Maybe that could be like a Mickey G special.
maybe like
We
all in
catch
itself?
predators.
Well, because I just recently found out that there was 2 FBI agents that got shot like in Australia or something.
What the?
Or like
for what?
apparently
For doing the same thing?
Australia is connected to like the black market for child pornography. Like people post shit or they'll do shit or something, and then I don't know how it ends up in Australia or whatever.
What are you talking about?
Like there was something that came out. Like they
Yeah.
arrested like almost 100 people
Oh, wow.
Like it's been an ongoing thing.
Yeah, I did
But
hear
it
that, actually.
started because back then there was 2 FBI agents that got shot because they went to a house in Florida to go investigate. And ever since then, they've been trying to track down like.
Where was this teacher from? The one that got caught in Houston. Did they say what city here in the valley?
Lázara, I think.
Less.
Lázara.
Lázara?
Oh my gosh, the most obscure place here in the valley that we have.
No, but I think they actually like he went
Yeah.
and then I think he came back. Like he didn't fully meet the cop or whatever. And
But they had enough evidence to.
Yeah, and they caught him here in Harlingen, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, all the exchanges and stuff, maybe like the messages.
No, that's why even if you don't go to meet, they already have enough information to get you on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're pretty much screwed. Yeah. Number one thing, if you're a child predator, do not speak to the cops. Just exercise your Fifth Amendment right. That's the bittersweet part about being libertarian, to where like I find myself sticking up for criminals a lot.
Well, guilty until proven
Innocent until proven guilty.
I said it backwards.
I don't know, man. I mean, some of these
some
of these chat logs that they say, they're fucked up, dude.
Oh my
They're
You
mad. What? No way.
Oh my god. All right. So once again, you're watching the Mickey G channel. We have our friend Andrew Garcia on here with us. Give him a round of applause, everybody. There you go. Garcia. What the fuck? Okay, never mind. That didn't work. Okay. All right. All right. So our next story. In a Georgia hospital, a baby, while being delivered, was accidentally decapitated. So here we go.
How do you accident?
It was supposed to be a day of joy.
I guess we'll see.
9th, Jessica Ross went into labor, hoping to welcome her first child.
Their dreams and hopes turned into a nightmare that was covered up by Southern Regional Medical Center.
A lawsuit filed Wednesday morning alleges the baby got stuck during labor. And despite signs of distress, Dr. Tracy St. Julian continued to try and pull the baby out.
The clear and obvious answer is to perform a C-section. This is what's done all the time. And that was not done in this case, and it should have been.
Susan Witt is a medical malpractice attorney who examined the case for us, which claims that when the doctors finally did perform a C-section hours later, they found the baby decapitated.
I have never heard of a situation where the result has been a decapitation.
Instead of telling the couple, the lawsuit says doctors tried to cover up what happened, telling them that they didn't have a right to a free autopsy, encouraging cremation, and even concealing what happened when they asked to see the body.
When they wrapped this baby up tightly, they propped the baby's head up on top of the blanket to make it appear as though the head was actually attached when it wasn't.
That is so dark.
An attempt to defraud and deceive the family.
The family says it wasn't until a funeral home raised the red flag that the parents would learn the truth.
Fuck.
4 days after she first went into labor.
The amount of people that have to comply and go into that together. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, how does not one of them?
Yeah. All the nurses, all the
Yeah.
the head doctor, like everybody that was in that room,
Yeah.
probably should be fired.
Not probably. 100%.
Chop the baby's head off. What's your problem?
I'm saying probably like no. I've heard about like I know it's fucked up, but
What, JB?
like the only time when you chop the baby's head off
It
is
sounds like it was an accident.
Yeah.
No.
JB, it wasn't a procedural thing. They didn't chop the
No,
baby's head.
because I'm saying like back when I was in high school taking the medical classes, I remember one of my teachers like telling a story that happened. Like they had to remove the baby because like things got complicated. Once it's going out, it has to come out. And sometimes
So
like,
why'd they chop the baby's head off?
to save the mom, to save the mom's life.
So that's the problem. This is a different scenario to where
Yeah.
she was trying to get the baby out and she was using so much force and manipulation that, she like contorted the neck and it came off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, it wasn't like she did it on purpose to help the mother.
Yeah.
It was where she was just being too rough.
fucked
And the
up.
thing is that like, if the baby's head gets stuck in there, like the C-section should have been done way before that.
Yeah.
And she screwed it up.
Yeah.
She went too hard on the baby's neck.
It's crazy to think about the amount of force. Like,
Exactly. How hard?
I
do you
mean,
have
babies are real. They're soft.
I know,
They're
but
so
still,
fragile,
dude,
like-
still like
That's
that
why they
still
tell you
takes
not-
Force.
yeah.
Like, I can't imagine that that's something that's easier to do than it's not. You know what I mean? Like she had to have like they had to have known it was excessive. Like there's no way she was like doing it and thinking like, oh, like there's no way that I'm not maybe hurting it. Like you know, like
you have a certain time frame.
Yeah, like I think they're a little numb to like handling babies. They don't they don't realize what they're doing. Because I saw another video too where like they just straight up drop a baby. Well, it's not like that bad, but you know, here we go. All right, let me bring it up. Pick it up. Okay, so
He dropped the baby.
he dropped the baby. What the hell?
oh my god.
What the hell was that all about?
That's crazy though, dude. Like
I think they just get they're holding it with one hand and they're thinking, it's no big deal.
it kind of looks like to them like they're just handling meat.
Animals.
Exactly.
Just like animals.
Exactly.
That's exactly what he did.
That was perfect.
You put the. Did they see that?
Yeah,
Did
yeah.
everybody see that?
It's a camera too. Yeah.
Andrew's the doctor now.
That's pretty much how they handle babies nowadays. Yeah, they drop them. Okay. Yeah, messed up. Speaking of dead babies, here's our next. That was a dead baby. Okay, I'm just making sure. Let's see. Is this one? Oh yeah, this is the one. All right. New Mexico. Story in New Mexico. A young woman. I think she was. 18. She threw her baby in a dumpster at a store, and actually she put her baby in a dumpster, and her newborn baby that she just gave birth to, and it was found alive by dumpster divers.
Oh shit.
That's crazy. All right, here we go.
On January 7th, police say security video captured 18-year-old Alexis Avila toss a black bag into the trash. Dumpster divers later found it and discovered a baby alive inside. When she talked to investigators, she told them she had back pain the day before.
I went to the clinic and they did a urine sample and they told me I was pregnant, and that's when I found out.
When the investigator pushed, she said she'd taken a pregnancy test in August.
Well, I took two. One was positive, one was negative. I took the negative.
On the day Avila gave birth, she told investigators she'd been out of school for a week with what she thought was constipation.
I went to the restroom.
Okay.
I was in pain. I was up all night I was asleep and I go to the restroom and just all hours of the night.
When she went to the bathroom again, she says that's when the baby was born. She took the baby and drove around.
I had two trash bags. I took one with me, which is the one that I had, and then I put it again, and then I drove around and I didn't know what to do, and I just put it in there.
That was in the dumpster by this business. She told investigators she was scared.
What do you mean?
It's not.
In a panic when I just turned 18?
Right. It still isn't, though. We're talking about a baby.
Well, I know what you mean, but like...
You're not understanding.
Yeah, you killed the
During
baby.
the interview, Avila said if the baby was okay, that she wanted to keep it. Stephanie Muniz, KOAC.
What?
What? Dude, no. No way.
No, dude, that baby's the dumpster diver.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Dude.
Not the best example of a mother. But I
How
think
can people be so
This is
stupid.
really clown world, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, dude.
I think I can take on the responsibility. That is the presence.
No, it's
of,
like if I get to keep the baby, does that mean I don't go to jail?
look.
I think that's what it was.
They're just gonna show her this video. If the baby's alive, I want to keep it. All right, let's see.
I was in the dumpster by this
Oh.
business. She told
That's what you did.
investigators she was scared.
All right, let me rewind it again. Oh shoot, let me go back. Look, you want to keep the baby, the one in that bag? Look, That is so dark.
Yeah, man. Like,
Yeah. But yeah, it's really insane, dude.
Evil.
Evil.
Evil, the devil.
Yeah. And do you know, here's what's kind of messed up. There was another story like this previous about this other girl who she was in a hospital and she gave birth in the hospital restroom, and she put it in a trash bag and tried to hide it, and the baby died, and I don't know, it's crazy. But I actually felt for this girl, dude. I don't know. I just feel like some of these girls are naive, you know what I mean? They're naive and they're scared of their parents.
yeah.
You know, and so
Stupid.
it doesn't make it right. Priscilla got mad at me for even like hinting some type of empathy towards like
Yeah.
you know these dumb girls, and the way Priscilla told, because my wife Priscilla was telling me about this story, and she had listened to the interrogation footage, and the way she told me, she was like, "Yeah, the girl was like, I thought I just needed to take a big poop," and. And so I said, did she really say take a big poop? And so she was like, I don't know, I think so. And we listened back, and she just said like, I thought it was poop.
She had it really big in there.
I was like, there's no way she said I thought I needed to take a big poop. You added that.
But that happens pretty commonly where people don't know that they're pregnant and then they go and it pops out, right?
This chick knew
I
she
don't
was
know.
pregnant.
Does that?
That does happen, but not all of them go and throw them in the trash.
Yeah. Yeah. This chick 100% knew she was pregnant beforehand. She said she took a pregnancy test.
Yeah.
And not only that, but some classmates had said that she had told them in the past that she was pregnant.
Yeah.
So, you know, she knew. There's no hiding it. But yeah, it's just another one in this long stem of underaged, just scared girls who throw away their baby.
Yeah.
We've heard this story so many times.
Yeah.
What would you do if you found out you were pregnant at 17?
I don't know.
What would you do?
It's impossible.
Well, what would you do if you're a girl?
Thank God.
What would you do if you and I were 17 and you were a girl and I had sex with you?
Well,
And
I mean, like the real answer, like if I was still working at my shop, at my dad's shop,
Yeah.
I'd be still working there. I would just have a family now.
You would keep our baby?
I'd have to, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have to.
How do you think the sex would be between both of us?
Probably like
Honestly, I'm more curious about that part.
like okay on some days, but then some days it's like,
Yeah.
you know, just I'd rather just
So it's
stay
never
away.
so it's never great.
Never-
Our sex is always just
Like
okay.
when it's great, it's like
Wow.
rare. That's like okay, you take me to the island, we have a nice dinner. Like okay, that's when
Yeah.
it's great.
Yeah.
But then it's like, but that's not you all the time.
See, we just learned JB's a romance. He needs to be romanced in order to get his vaginal
to
fluids flowing.
to get the full effect. To get the full effect.
It needs to mean something.
Yeah.
That's why it's called wine and dine, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like-
That's JB's love language as a woman. Yeah, it's romance. Do you want gifts?
Nah, I don't give a shit about gifts.
See, that's why JB's special. Yeah, Priscilla likes gifts.
You know that's a lie.
All right. Well, JB and I just lived out our heterosexual
Fantasy.
life. Yeah, fantasy. All right, so
I ship you guys.
all right, so next we're gonna go on to
You'd be the Godfather, Andrew.
Hey.
next we're gonna go on to the actual story about aliens. Which one do you want me to open up first?
You should probably just do the 5-minute one.
Which one?
Which is that one
This
right
one?
there.
All
That
right,
one.
let's bring it up.
Where he's like the weirdest looking thumbnail.
He's a whistleblower, JB. He's doing you a service
Yeah,
as an American citizen.
Yeah, whistleblowers don't look like you and I.
He doesn't have much longer to live then.
All right, let's go. All right, this is. Could you set the what's going on here, Andrew?
So basically, these are 3 different people that have worked for the government. 2 of them are high level, I believe they're Air Force pilots. The one on the far left has gotten every government, military clearance, whatever, has flown like literally every single plane there is to fly. They're very well respected, very well documented with what they've done. The guy was one of the ones defending LA when 9/11 was happening, and they thought that they were going to go bomb them too. So these are just really high respected people, and the guy in the middle worked for, I think it's the Department of Defense. So he had access to all of these very sensitive information, and he claims that there is a program that is hiding from the public the existence of retrieved, not just otherworldly craft, but bodies as well. That's basically the whole gist. And he claims that he has names, companies, places where to look, programs that happened, etc. Crazy stuff.
Sounds like X-Files.
And here we go.
Basically.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and good morning to our witnesses who are testifying today. I want to thank each of you for being here to discuss a topic of grave importance to our national security. Earlier this year, a Chinese spy balloon was shot down off the coast of my home state of South Carolina. Since the Roswell incident in 1947, many Americans have wondered about the dangers of unknown objects crisscrossing our skies, whether these are UAPs or weather phenomena, advanced technology from American allied or enemy forces, or something more out of this world. So my first question, I have several questions, and if we could just be quick on these first two, I'm going to ask each of you the same question, and then I'll get to each of you individually. The first one, when you reported your experiences with a UAP, did any of you face any repercussions with your superiors, yes or no?
No. No. I've actually never seen anything personally, believe it or not. So.
All right. And then do you believe there's an active disinformation campaign within our government to deny existence of UAPs, yes or no?
I don't have an answer to that. As previously stated publicly, yes.
I think previously with like Project Blue Book, yes, but currently I don't speak for the United States government.
Okay, thank you. I have a few questions for Mr. Graves. What percentage of UAP sightings in your belief go unreported by our pilots?
This is an approximation based off of my personal experience speaking with a number of pilots, but I would estimate we're somewhere near 5% reporting perhaps.
So like 95% basically don't report seeing UAPs?
That's just my personal estimate.
In the incident off Virginia Beach, do you believe the Navy took the danger to your aircraft seriously after it was reported?
Absolutely.
A few questions for Mr. Favor.
We'll talk about that specifically.
Have you ever seen an
That
object that looked and
specific.
moved like the Tic Tac UAP?
No.
Did the Tic Tac UAP move in such a way that defied the laws of physics?
The way we understand them, yes.
Many dismiss UAP reports as classified weapons testing by our own government, but in your experience as a pilot, does our government typically test advanced weapon systems right next to multi-million-dollar jets without informing our pilots?
No, we have test ranges for that.
It took over 15 years for your encounter with the Tic Tac to be declassified. Do you feel there was a good reason to prevent lawmakers from having access to this footage?
No, I just think it was ignored when it happened and it just sat somewhere in a file. Never got recorded.
In a drawer. It happens a lot up here. Shocker. Mr. Gresh,
Yep.
a couple of questions for you too, sir, this morning. What percentage of UAPs do you feel are adequately investigated by the U.S. government? Of the 5% that are reported.
I can only speak for my personal leadership over at NGA. I tried to look at every report that came through that I could triage. So,
do you believe that officials at the highest levels of our national security apparatus?
You know, speaking of, this chick's a little hottie.
Dude, I was gonna say, she's not even married. Miss Mace.
Also later in this
Does she
meeting
shake?
or whatever.
What?
No, well, I was gonna say for Jerry, AOC's on this. She asked questions.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Does she shake?
Where's Jerry?
Dude, I feel like everyone in like law is getting like, or law, everyone in government is getting like hotter. See, all right.
I think there was an actual scientific study that claims that there's scientific evidence that as time is going along, people are getting more attractive.
Oh, damn. Yeah.
And something along the lines of like the dominant genes are going to win because attractive people are getting with each other.
Yeah.
Producing more
And
attractive.
ugly people are dying. That's good.
Yeah, basically.
That's
or they're
awesome.
producing less because they're ugly.
Yeah, nobody likes
Single.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shit, I know what side I'm on now.
Yeah, coming from two ugly people. Nah, I take it back. Jimmy, you're cute.
I'm single, dude. I'm ugly. I'm technically on that side. But Miss Mace, I don't know. You know?
Yeah.
Miss.
Yeah,
Miss.
That's true. I was wondering how you knew she was single, but yeah, that's true.
Boom.
Miss.
Right there.
Damn, she's a hottie. All right, let's continue. I'm sorry. Let's do this.
Apparatus have unlawfully withheld information from Congress and subverted our oversight authority.
there are certain elected leaders that had more information that I'm not sure what they've shared with certain Gang of Eight members or et cetera, but certainly I would not be surprised.
Okay. You've stated that the government is in possession of potentially non-human spacecraft. Based on your experience and extensive conversations with experts, do you believe our government has made contact with intelligent extraterrestrials?
Something I can't discuss in public setting.
Okay, I can't ask if you think this occurred.
They can't discuss. So they keep saying throughout the thing that they'll meet behind closed doors to discuss it because he can't say it out in public on video, but he would tell them, Congress members in private, supposedly.
All right, let's see.
Earlier, do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, biologics came with some of these recoveries. Yeah.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still in the program.
And was this documentary evidence, video, photos, eyewitness? Like, how would that be determined?
The specific documentation I would have to talk to you in a skiff about.
Gotcha. Okay, so, and you may or may not be able to answer my last question, and maybe we get into a skiff at the next hearing that we have, but who in the government, either what agency, sub-agency, what contractors, who should be called into the next hearing about UAPs, either in a public setting or even in a private setting? And you probably can't name names, but what agencies, organizations, contractors, et cetera, do we need to call in to get these questions answered, whether it's about funding, what programs are happening, and what's out there?
Why is she single?
Cooperative and hostile witness list of specific individuals that were in those.
And how soon can we get that list?
I'm happy to provide that to you after the hearing.
Super, thank you, and I yield back.
Damn, nah, he's gonna make his move.
That's why he wants to talk to her in private.
Yeah.
That is why. All right, what
Her
are
and
the
AOC?
dude? What? Okay.
So basically, I think this committee is supposed to
The committee of hotties.
Yeah, well, there's another.
There's that one right there.
Yeah,
The top left.
top left, and then
You know what? Play that one.
All right, all right,
I think
all
that-
right. What
I
are the
think
biggest takeaways from this?
I think this committee is saying that they're going to start investigating whatever agency it is that's been covering it up,
Yeah.
because apparently there's been crimes committed because they're keeping. There's been presidents that they haven't told this information to, and so shouldn't they be the ones to know? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like every single president that
100%.
So it's like, who then is the one getting to decide behind the scenes? Like, that's scary too. Like,
Yeah.
we don't know who's actually controlling that, So I think that was really one of the biggest takeaways.
Right.
But in reference to those pilots, what they were saying, like their stories, the one where they were saying about the Navy Air Base, in that particular story, there were people that were on their Navy Air Base, and they said that they literally saw like some Neon Genesis Evangelion shit. Cubes that were inside of a sphere, and that they were.
I heard about that.
Yeah, and that one of the pilots almost like actually crashed into it, but that it was just like there, like just a cube, and that in a different instance that they were even kind of violently like going towards them, like they would just be like these geometric shapes that would just like, and then just like disappear, like being aggressive.
Yeah.
I forgot what Netflix show or documentary I saw, but it was one that dealt with UFO sightings and war. Because apparently, like, where there's a lot of war is
You
where
see
there's a lot of UFOs.
Where there's a lot of nuclear sites, there's a lot of UFO sightings.
That's why I've heard too many things like that, where there's a lot of water, like a body of water.
Yeah.
No. Apparently, like, the ocean is a good spot because they can, like, go underneath the water, but to the depths to where we can't. Our submarines implode before we even get to those depths.
I don't know. We're making all this up, and
Well, so
that's part of the doc. It was part of the.
we don't even know.
It was part of the documentary on Netflix.
Well, so the crazy thing is the guy with the glasses, David
Mm-hmm.
Fravor, in his specific scenario, they were supposed to do some kind of training, and they got told cancel the training. We have real world, whatever. Go check it out. Go investigate. Goes and sees like this 40-foot long, like he describes it, like a tic tac.
Yeah.
And that well, basically he flies in to go and investigate it, and that like it notices him, and that if it starts like kind of mimicking his movements as they're going towards each other, and then he finally decides just to like cut it off and like meet it like right like that or whatever.
And it disappears.
And it literally disappears like right in front of them.
Yeah.
And not only does it disappear, it goes to where they were going, basically. So it was 60 miles away.
Yeah, like it disappeared and then it reappeared like out of nowhere.
60 miles away,
Yeah.
radar caught it, but it didn't just catch it. It caught it at the specific point that those pilots were going. Like that was the whatever coordinates that they had agreed on that they were going to go and meet there.
Yeah.
That's where the thing traveled to in seconds.
That's awesome.
But yeah, that's the weird thing too, is like, how do you explain weird things like that? You know what I mean?
Like teleportation. Almost.
Yeah, like just things moving that fast. Like nothing moves that fast, like.
Or it could have been like camo.
And then it makes me think about stuff that we saw. Like, I don't know if Mickey will remember this, but I know for sure he was there, and Michael was there. This was back when we were like in 8th or 9th grade. We were at my mom's house.
Yeah.
Do you remember looking back in the monte and we saw this light all across the back of the monte and it kept jumping?
Look, I don't remember. I think I remember you guys recalling it. I either didn't see it or I wasn't there at that time.
You had to have been there. I know for sure Michael was there.
Yeah.
Michael's the one because he and I were the ones that were like, this is starting to get freaky. Let's go inside.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't think I was there.
You were, dude. You had to have been.
Maybe I got abducted.
I'm like you. Like I remember like just being at my grandma's, like laying in the trampoline and just like staring up into the sky. And I remember there was that one instance where I'm like looking like it's just at this one specific star. I just don't know why, what caught my attention or what. But then all of a sudden you just see it dart. Boom, like it just starts like taking off. And it was like, oh shit, like I guess that wasn't a star. Like it had to have been something else. But it was just there for the longest time. And I was there with my cousin too. And then you see it moving, and then I tell him like, oh look, check it out. He's like, oh shit, it's moving. So that was like, oof.
Me and my
Chills.
brother too. That way you can ask him too.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not full of shit.
No, I believe you, dude. I don't think you're lying here.
Okay, so there was one time where me and my brother were at my mom's house. It was New Year's Eve. We were celebrating. Everyone was popping fireworks, and this was like right after midnight. My brother and I were in our backyard. For some reason, I don't know what we were doing, but we were separated from.
They're
the
making
party.
out.
We were separated from the party, and I shit you not, we both look up and like right above us, like something circular, and then right in the middle, a green light, a green circle also.
Yeah.
And even as a kid, I remember thinking like, aliens aren't real. There's no way this is what I'm looking at. But I know for sure what my eyes saw.
Yeah.
It was something circular, and there was a green light. And I've never wanted to say like, oh, it's aliens. But when I think about what the shape was and what we did see
In hindsight.
Yeah, and the
Now
fact
you-
that my brother also like describes it
The
exactly as
same
I
way.
described
Yep.
it, like what the hell did we see? Like
It was what it was.
It was what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what was
But
it?
what was it
exactly? That's the crazy thing. And
It wasn't a plane. It wasn't a
yeah,
helicopter.
no, and that's the thing too. It didn't happen over like a second where it was
Yeah.
just like, oh, what was that? No, like it hovered above us very slowly with enough time for us to actually wonder, think, and then speak to each other. Like, are we actually
You see
seeing this?
this?
Like, do
Yeah.
we see
Yeah.
it? Like, what is that? It looks like a UFO. Like, nah, there's no way it is. Like,
Just ignore it.
and then
It's right there.
and then honestly,
And then they just kept kissing.
and then honestly being kind of confused as to whether I should or shouldn't be scared, because the
Right.
logical side of me was like, it's not real. Like, they're not.
Right.
There's no way. Yet,
But then you're like, oh, it might
But then
be
it's
now.
like the fear of the unknown too. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't really match the tone.
It kind of does. But that's why, like, this sounds a lot like X Files. Honestly, like, I know it's like it's not. I'm making a joke, right? But
Dude, X-Files, don't they like deal? There's also like werewolves and stuff. Like there's a bunch of crazy.
there's
watched
monsters. There's monsters, but
Yeah.
then there's explanation for their like existence, because apparently, like, aliens have been around since ancient times, right?
No, they've been around before that.
yeah.
Even before
Duh.
that, right? So then, like, there's just like X Files talks about that conspiracy that there's a government entity that's trying to keep everybody like down, but because they made a deal with an intergalactic entity, right, to use humans, because part of it was like they were taking them, abducting them, or whatever, and they were making it seem like aliens were doing it, but it was the government that was doing it,
Yeah.
right? And it just goes into this whole thing, though, like that, yeah, like they are real. There is this like thing that's trying to do something with us. We just don't know what. And so, but I mean, there's a lot more to that because it's a show, right? So it's all
Yeah.
dramatized and everything. But
Yeah.
just that whole basis that, you know, shit is real. So there's shit that goes down that not everybody's aware of. Even like in stuff in World War II was involved, like, because they were like killing Jews, but then like apparently it wasn't just Jews. Like they also had train carts full of aliens that they were obliterating, that they were getting rid of. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it was just like it's a great show, but that,
I don't like. I don't mean to be like a wet blanket, but I'm always skeptical of everything. You know what I mean? Like I just like I'm on the side to where like, and the reason why I'm so skeptical is because I want to believe. You know what I mean? Like I want to see
want to believe.
the aliens. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like I want to see the spacecraft. I want to know what's going on.
Yeah.
and so like I'm in it, but like I don't want to be fooled. You know what I mean?
Same here. And that's the thing is like everyone that is skeptical, because I've always been like that too. Like I need to see it to believe it.
Yeah.
Right.
It's because we don't want to be foolish, right? But
Yeah.
when I don't know, it's a little bit different when it comes from
Yeah.
highly respected military
Government.
people that
Yeah.
actually that don't have a dog in the political race, but you know, like it's something they've experienced and they're
putting their neck out.
yeah,
neck out,
exactly.
necks out there.
That's why I agree with you, but like I guess like just the more libertarian I'm becoming, the more like anti-government I'm becoming. I'm on like the level to where I think a lot of these like government people are a bunch of nerds. Like,
Yeah.
and so like
That is true.
I can imagine there's a certain amount of government officials that have the highest security clearance, and then a percentage of them are nerds. And so from that percentage of them, these are the people that could have been exposed to something that looks like you know what I mean? Like an
Yeah.
extraterrestrial, or like, you know, what if it was like, I was telling JB, like, what if it's just, they caught a weather, like in this example, a weather balloon from China. They kept it top secret, but this guy heard about it. This guy saw it. This guy was around the perimeter when this happened, wasn't directly involved in it. And so because he's such a nerd and he wants to believe in aliens, he kind of just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I follow this channel with a bunch of body language interpreters.
Yeah.
And it's these four guys, and they listen to one of the guys' interviews, and they were thinking that they got a little bit of ingenuity. I don't know what it's called.
Ingenuity.
From him, to where they felt like he was acting a little bit, like he was trying to over dramatize. And it could be that he's just trying to over dramatize because he wants people to like,
emphasize,
yeah, he wants to emphasize. He wants people to like, you know, catch on to what he's trying to like, you know, push for. Or like he's just a nerd, you know what I mean? Like he's, you know, and what was I gonna say? Yeah, so I can imagine that, you know, just a bunch of government official nerds kind of, you know, like the second I hear somebody say, "We found a life form," then I'm like, shut up, dude. Like nobody talks like that,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
Like, so just talk normal, or else I'm not gonna believe you.
We found a body that was not human.
That's the thing is like there's so many nuts out there that it sullies like the rest of the people that might actually be telling the truth, but there's so many nuts, dude. Like
It's
Dude,
tough.
I honestly think we're like from that episode of Rick and Morty. Like we're the battery.
That's why
inside
I became so
inside of that shit.
uninterested in Bigfoot, because there's so many BS Bigfoot people out there. So like you can't even enjoy it, dude, because there's so much BS out there.
yeah, no, I
People
agree.
literally dressed in Bigfoot costumes.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you're ruining it for everybody.
But have you heard of the one in Brazil? Have you heard of that one?
Oh no.
All right.
Oh no.
So here's the thing. Again, I'm not going to say that they're real or anything, but there's definitely aspects that how do you explain them?
Yeah.
So supposed story in Brazil in 96, big city where hundreds of people see something glowing in the sky, falls and lands on a mountain, or not in a mountain, in a field or plain or whatever. Well, almost immediately military comes and starts covering it up. And then shortly after that, they say that they see American soldiers get here, pick up whatever crashed, and then bounce or whatever. So the fact that hundreds of people see this happen, how do you explain that? Obviously, hundreds of people aren't lying, seeing that, right? Okay, so then fast forward maybe like a day or whatever, there's a hospital where the government comes in and they clear everybody out. Everyone get the fuck out. Go to a specific doctor and they're like, here's this body bag. They said it stunk like crazy, like to the point where they had to shut down the hospital wing after they were there for like a week. They shut down the hospital wing for a week. But anyways, go to the doctor, tell him, hey, you're gonna x-ray this body bag. You're not gonna open it. You're also not gonna look at the x-ray. You're just gonna press the button for us. You're gonna give us the thing and we're gonna leave. And that's exactly what he did. And they bounced and they're like, this never happened. And that doctor, that doctor says that really did happen. He doesn't know what was in the bag. Everyone else in the hospital also, yes, that did happen. They cleared us out. And yes, we had to close the hospital wing because whatever stench it was so strong that it stayed in the area for like days to weeks on end.
Yeah.
And they said no matter how much they disinfected it, they could not get rid of it. So if hundreds of people are corroborating those same details, how do you explain that?
Yeah.
And what was the government hiding that they had in a small body bag that like you're not going to open it, but you're going to X-ray? And they did put it in a way of like, here's the head, here's the thorax, here's whatever, take the pictures. So it's like, how do you explain something like that? Like, what exactly is it that they're hiding?
It's just tough,
Dead
dude. Because it's just tough because Brazil is not the most like dependable. Like,
But that's why
sure,
that's the
yeah.
perfect spot.
Yeah, I just wish it was in a more like organized area.
Well, that's the whole story.
Then
is,
that would break the ceiling.
I don't know.
so there's a documentary on it.
I feel the same way
And-
with Mexico, dude. I feel like too many people see the Guadalupe appear in places.
Oh, yeah.
It's probably an alien, dude.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah, that's true.
yes.
It's just an alien, and the only way they can understand it is
I don't know. I just mean like people see it in a reflection. You know what I mean? They see it in the reflection, and everybody comes, and it's not it's
Yeah.
not
I
Not
just wish
real.
we had a stronger explanation for
for
those like
situations.
details like that. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
like
yeah.
I can't think of any logical way to, I can't think of any logical way to explain what I saw.
You can't even
like,
dig into it either
Yeah,
because
there-
then you'll get in trouble. For
There's just too much. I think the most fascinating things are the things with like, how do you say it? Like spaces. You know what I mean? Like to where there's room for your imagination.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, what if there's a very, very, I don't know, good explanation for like what happened. You know what I mean? That's very rational and like
a bunch of like dead Brazilian, like just
Yeah.
one small dead
maybe-
baby Brazilian that stunk really bad.
And not only that, but like misinformation, because sometimes you go through stuff and it's like, oh, it turns out not everybody corroborated the same story.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
maybe only like a few people, and even those were like, like really what happened was more like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
feel
yeah.
like I see that too much.
But that's the thing, like, because whoever's doing this, it's like, no, they don't want anybody to know.
I don't know, but I'm saying that's part of the that's part of what could be misinformation. You know what I mean? That they didn't want this to come out, but in all actuality, it wasn't that. I don't know.
Who knows?
I can imagine. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like,
Like we don't have to be chilling in your backyard and actually have an alien come to us for us to be like, oh, okay,
yeah,
pretty real.
If they are real, what does it do for religion? You know what I mean?
I'm not even on that level.
What if?
You
What
know,
if?
like,
what,
No, but I mean, it's like,
Yeah.
what does it do? Like,
was it you that told me that
people
joke
go
the other
crazy?
day
Like,
about
dude.
Jesus Christ?
I think, dude, like I've got
Somebody had told me a joke of like about that, like where it's like, oh yeah, we knew this guy. His name was Jesus Christ and stuff. And he would come around every time he come around. He'd like bring us in, but we haven't seen him for a while. like
Dude, I am so frustrated with Western modern day Christians that like, oh my gosh, the second the aliens comes out, I like aliens, like become a thing.
Yeah.
I do not want to deal with the Christian backlash. That would piss me off so much, dude. Like I just. I'm already starting to see stuff out there. Like when this story came out, like all these Christians, like, oh no, like I don't know. Either they're very against it, or
Yeah.
they're saying like, oh no, but that was, or they're like, that was in the Bible, You know what I
Right,
mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
the Bible talked about aliens.
Yeah.
Like it's just like shut up. You know what I mean? Like,
but that's at least a good thing, like, because it's not like don't disbelieve your beliefs and your morals just because you have new information.
the same people that have that are Christians. And this is what I'm trying to fight against. I've had this is been my biggest, because I've been thinking about this recently.
Yeah.
Because part of Christian ethics is loving your neighbor, but loving your enemy. And I've kind of thought about this. I've thought to myself about this, and I realized like I don't think I have any type of enemy or anything.
Dude, a bunch of people hate you, dude.
That's why,
but it's one-sided.
That's why I am probably some
for sure,
some
yeah.
people's enemy.
They're just jealous of you.
But they're not my enemy. That's what I'm trying to say.
And
like,
that's what pisses them off even more. He's like, he doesn't even acknowledge me.
He doesn't even hate me.
As an enemy, as a threat.
I don't think anybody acknowledges me that much, to be honest. Okay, but what I'm trying to say is that really my biggest frustration in life so far has been like Western Christianity, has been like our modern day church, our modern day Christian culture, and so that's why like I've been trying my best to kind of like, okay, how do I deal with this, because I'm involved in a church, I'm involved with a lot of Christians, stuff like that, and it's been frustrating. But that's another thing, is to where like the same reason that Christians will go crazy in one direction or another because of aliens is the same problem that I have with the church overall. I think that people just don't understand.
They fear too much.
They fear too much, and that is a product of them not understanding Scripture.
Exactly.
That's a product of them not understanding the gospel.
Amen.
That's a product of them not like truly, if you understood Scripture, understood exactly what the story of the gospel is, what the writers were trying to say, what the story of Jesus Christ is, who gives a shit if there's aliens? You know what I mean? Yeah, maybe there's aliens. Maybe there's not. I don't fucking know. But like, who gives a shit? There's no difference. It really makes zero difference at all. But you won't see that. Christians will go crazy. Once aliens like come out of the woodwork.
I mean, I wouldn't just say Christians. I'd say almost everybody.
Okay. Make no mistake. Entire civilization will go crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
If we were to actually confirm, like, that aliens exist. Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I would be incredibly annoyed by Christians. Like, if I'm not annoyed by Christians right now, I would be incredibly annoyed by them. Like, once aliens come out, you know what I mean?
And they are.
Oh my gosh. No, but that's why. But I am a little bit critical of, with that being said, I'm a little bit critical of this whole, thing that's going on. Let me see. Where is it at? And so this is an article by The Hill, and they kind of go through like what happened during the hearing, and they just kind of provide some perspective on it. Right. Let me bring it up. All right. Whistleblower David, how do you pronounce that?
I think it's Grush.
David Grush largely recounted secondhand testimony and provided no evidence to support his claims. Grush is a former member of the UAP task force, former Navy commander and pilot. What the hell's going on here?
They don't want us to read it.
I guess so. Navy commander and pilot David Fravor recounted a first-hand experience with the so-called Tic Tac UFO, but said he was never briefed on the object or its potential origins. Then this pilot, Ryan Graves, recounted an encounter he had with the object he described as a black sphere floating inside of a clear cube. That's what you mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Graves indicated such encounters were extremely common among pilots. There was no evidence presented to support this claim. While lawmakers seem largely accepting of the witness testimony, only Representative Matt Gaetz said he had seen any evidence of alien life firsthand. Grush was unable to answer a number of inquiries regarding specific evidence or proof in an open setting, though he indicated he would be willing to say more in a secure classified briefing. All three witnesses agreed these unidentified objects constituted a potential of national security threat. All official government bodies have all stated no reason to believe unexplained objects are extraterrestrial in nature. And John Kirby said after the hearing that there are no hard and fast answers to the question, but that the administration is taking it seriously. And dude, I think that's kind of, they're saying there's no evidence. This is all like, this is, how do you say? This is their testimony. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hearsay.
Yeah, this is hearsay. You know what I mean? And so like, even if they're telling the truth, we don't know what they're telling the truth about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's no evidence. Yeah.
And so that's where we kind of have to live. You know what I mean? We have to live
in the gray area.
And
exactly.
That's the part that sucks because I want to know.
I want to know.
I've always been one of those people, like you said, like I want them to be real. But then as an adult, I kind of don't.
What does that mean? Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of don't because then like,
oh my gosh.
Well, no, I mean, look what we've done to lesser life forms, not even lesser life forms to each other. You don't think that if they come, like they won't do the same thing to us? You know what I mean?
I don't know. I just look, look, you and JB were the ones telling me that they've been around forever. Well, they've been around forever. We've been doing the same thing we've been doing beforehand.
Well, yeah, that's why if that's the case, and there's no point in being scared, but we don't know that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
No,
like,
but that's the thing. Like, you shouldn't fear it regardless, because it's kind of like that cat in the box. If you know it's in there, you'd rather not check it than be like, okay, you know what? I know it's in there. I'm confident it's in there. Instead of going in and being like, oh, it's actually not in there. You know what I mean? Like, just that situation.
Yeah, but that I forgot what the name of that cat experiment was, but that was meant to communicate something else. But I get what you're saying. All right. Well, yeah. Aliens exist, or maybe. We'll see.
You should be more into it with Tom DeLonge.
Honestly, I'm so past like Blink-182. I still like their music. I saw them live. You know, I still follow them. Yeah, but
he's an alien believer.
Honestly,
Dude, he started the organization, or he's one of the founding members.
He's one of the reasons why under the Trump administration there was a bunch of like alien footage released and government documents and stuff like this. He kind of started this. Yeah.
He's legit one of the top people that this is like. He's involved in all of this.
Yeah. With that being said, that's a good example that he's a nerd.
Yeah, he's a nerd.
I feel like he's a nerd. He talks more. I don't know. Whatever. All right, but yeah, that's whatever.
He's got a band. He's not.
That's what I'm trying to
nerd.
say. I'm not. I'm not really into Blink-182 as much as I just enjoy their music and I follow their music and and I appreciate them for
That's cool though.
what they've done. Yeah. All right. So all right. I want to go through one more topic before we finish. Okay. So this film called The Sound of Freedom. Have you heard of it?
Never seen.
I've heard of it, but I haven't seen.
It's from Angel Studios, and it's like this Christian-based. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
This Christian-based organization. They started these. They came out with The Chosen, got insane numbers, like made a lot of money off of The Chosen. So they're starting this new kind of movement to where like a lot of their movies are crowdfunded, and they don't put any money into marketing. They rely on the Christian community to spread the word, and that's how they
gain
the
audience.
Gain their audience. Well, Sound of Freedom. It's a film against like child trafficking, and a story that came out was that, ironically enough, one of the donors, or like when I originally heard this, it was supposed to be like one of the guys involved in the movie, actually was arrested for child kidnapping. So it's huge irony, all this stuff. So this was the story I saw. Sound of Freedom funder Fabian Marta arrested for child kidnapping. And he was one of the patrons that crowdfunded anti-child trafficking film Sound of Freedom. Let me zoom in a little bit. Was arrested and charged with accessory to child kidnapping, according to a court filing. So he had put up some Facebook posts promoting the film, all this stuff or whatever. And so that's what I saw. And what I found out was it had to do a lot of like digging because this is like a recent story. But apparently this guy's a landlord. And what happened was one of his tenants was a mother of a child. And I guess the court had overturned her custody. And so whoever came trying to take the child from the woman who no longer had custody, he didn't allow onto his property. And so because of that, he was charged with child kidnapping. So
not really.
He didn't kidnap anybody.
Kidnapped by proxy.
That's what he had a tenant who lost custody of her child. The mother, biological mother, lost custody of the child. Didn't allow somebody to go into the home and take the child away from the mother. Got charged with child kidnapping. And then not only that, screw that. Let's say this guy's a total creep. He's not even that much involved. He's just one of the I think they said over 6,000 donors who donated on an average of $500 to the production.
So he wasn't even involved with the film.
Absolutely.
Any of the making.
Yeah.
He just gave some money.
Yeah.
Absolutely not involved at all.
Yeah.
He was one of like thousands of people who donated over 6,678 people who donated on average of $500.
Yeah.
So how did they even figure that out?
Well, it's actually, funny enough. At the end of the movie, they gave these huge credits, like special thanks to all these people who do it. And it has a list of all these people. I don't know. I guess somebody, I don't know. I guess somebody just knew he was one of the donors, and
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know. I'm telling you, dude. I think all this stuff, this goes towards conspiracy theory, which I'm not 100% on. But if you go against child trafficking, they'll find a way to exploit you.
Yeah, that's the scary thing, man. The disinformation machine, dude. Like
They'll come for you.
all the people that
Set
go
you
into
up.
it, like the amount of power, control they have, like that's terrifying.
Yeah.
Money?
Yeah,
The money?
The children.
No, not the children. The money.
No, it's the children.
But they're the product.
Oh yeah.
Is that how you see it?
That's how they see it.
You sicko, dude. What the
That's
hell's your
how
problem?
they see it.
You got a problem, dude. All right.
We just got to get rid of the black markets.
But that's so crazy how that's so far from the truth.
Yeah.
And yet that's the headline. Is it?
Yeah. Like it's misinterpreted. Like
It's just
It's not. It's worded that way on purpose. It would.
yeah,
seem.
exactly.
Like,
Like, no, but it's not. It might not be exactly what it's fact. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I had no idea. Like I had heard like, oh yeah, this guy funded the movie and also was trafficking children.
Yeah.
But it's like
It's sensationalized. It's
Exactly.
exaggerated.
exaggerated.
Sensationalism. Wow. Well,
It's crazy, man.
it is what it is.
No, but now you know if you're a landlord and if there's a government body that's coming in to take away your tenant's child,
Just
don't
let-
get in the way.
Just let him in.
I don't know. I don't think this charge sticks. Does it?
I don't know. He said part of the story was that he said he was going to plead not guilty.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
yeah. So
We'll see.
That's
I'm-
another detail left out. Like, did they provide proper identification? And even
Yeah.
then, like, if I'm a landlord and someone comes to me with the badge, I don't know that I'm going to believe them. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Unless they come in a bunch of cop cars and they're
Well, they would have to have a
accompanied and-
warrant.
yeah, especially
that's
a
the thing.
warrant too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing too. But anyone can come with a piece of paper and say it's a warrant. Like,
Yeah.
I want to see officials there with them, like not just someone in a suit or
Yeah. Yeah, you-
Anyone can. I'm going to give my kid to someone in a suit because they're telling me, like.
Yeah. Well, with the kid, it's a lot more. Yeah, it's a lot more risk. You know what I mean? Like if they
Yeah.
just want to search, maybe you'll take the piece of paper and the person. In the
I mean, he
suit.
could have just
Yeah.
been protecting the mom and the child. You know, like
That's what I'm getting at, right? Like he
Yeah.
thought it was just a stranger and he was
Yeah.
trying to protect them.
Yeah.
and then he gets fucked over like this.
Yeah. Child kidnapping. Damn.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I still don't think I'll watch the movie though.
I feel so bad, dude, because like as a Christian, I'm supposed to like promote this stuff.
Have you seen it?
I haven't seen any of the damn movies, dude. I haven't seen The Chosen. I haven't seen the.
Do you have to?
Jesus Revolution? Yeah, I do.
I mean, if they're good,
I do. I'm obligated to.
are you?
Yeah, dude.
If they're good, I'll watch them.
How do you know they're good if you haven't watched them?
Yeah, I'd have to watch myself.
Yeah. Let's
Make
watch
my
it,
own
dude.
opinion.
Let's watch it. We'll give a review
Right
next
now?
week. We'll watch it and we'll give a review. Yeah.
I don't know. Dude.
You okay?
Sorry.
Okay. All right. All right. We might do that. Who knows? We might do a First Amendment audit.
Well, I
this
got to
week.
do an audit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I guess. He
Yeah,
wants
but
me to get
we
shot.
agreed that I can't afford to get in trouble. So JV's gonna do the audit.
Okay.
And I think to add another layer to it to make it more like creative, I think I'm gonna try to speak into his ear.
Yeah, but I don't know what I'm doing, which is perfect.
Yeah. So I'll try to guide him through it. Worst comes to worst,
Look,
if he
officer, I'm just telling what my friend is telling me.
No,
to
you
do.
can't. Okay. You can't do that, JV. Do not do that.
Who's speaking into your ear? God.
Oh my gosh. All right. Or but either way, we're gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we'll do the review afterwards.
All right.
You'll have to hide whatever's in there.
No,
just an earbud, yeah.
my hair will cover it. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Perfect.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, dude, this is great.
I've
We got
done
everything down. Okay.
I forget the length of the hair.
Yeah.
This is gonna be great. Yeah, and then we're gonna do the JB dating show. We're gonna bring some girls in. We're gonna blindfold them.
Gonna do that?
Yeah, we're gonna blindfold them, and he's gonna ask them questions, and then he's gonna choose his
And
winner.
then I pick one.
And then the
Or all of them.
lucky girl's gonna go on a date with JB.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah.
That
I
sounds
wanna be here for
expensive.
that.
Though.
Yeah. So if you know any,
Yeah, I'll get back to you. I'll bring 3 of my girls that I meet. Hey, you want to come do a podcast?
Yeah.
Looking for models.
I'll bring someone, JB, but it'll be above 17, just so you know. How it should be.
18, 19, and 21.
she might not be your type, JB. She might be too old for you.
Too old?
Oh, man.
Oh, no.
Yeah. All right. All right. Well, it's time for so long. Any closing statements, JB?
Stay clean. Keep your head up. Yeah, take a shower, dude.
Okay.
You probably haven't showered in a while.
No. Well, no. Okay. Andrew, any closing statements?
Closing statements. It was great to be here. Don't let the aliens push your shit in. And yeah, just have a great night, everyone. Good to see y'all.
Yeah, no, it was
Good
great.
to have you, Andrew.
Yeah, no, it was great. It was great to have you. Once again, I'm Mickey G. This is my co-host, JB the God Killer. Oh, damn, freaking another lower third, my bad. And this is my co-host, JB the God Killer, and we will see you all later. Bye, bitches. Bye.